All right, ladies and oh, you're crooked. Are you? Is that better? No, no. Now you're crooked the other way. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown, day 4, I think 418. By my count, maybe. And I just saw something a minute ago that was funny. It's one of it's like almost a meme. It was you know how there's a crane truck? It's like a big old flatbed kind of truck, and it's got a crane mounted on the back. I think they were doing some like roof trusses or something on a house. Well, apparently they had some trouble getting it started, so there was a tow truck that's big enough to haul a big rig. So it was like a big rig tow truck hauling a crane truck. And it's just like, if that truck couldn't get started, is there a bigger truck that can come and tow that truck away? I mean, there must be, right? By definition, it facilitates that there is a truck large enough to tow that truck, right? And then eventually you get a truck so big it's like the NASA crawler or something, right? Which I've seen in real life. It's awesome. But we don't tune in to hear me talk about towing tow trucks. What's going down, man? Yesterday, so yesterday, Biden gave a not State of the Union address. It was some kind of address to like 10 people in the actual, what was it, the House or the Senate chamber. Ted Cruz fell asleep. Understandable. Yeah. Now let me claw my way through all this nonsense and how presidential it was and how it blah, 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 blah. Look, the ratings apparently are absolutely through the floor, like worse than the Oscars. Like no one tuned in to listen to Joe Biden, his pudding brain ramble. Okay. However, the cathedral, for lack of a better word, basically ran right on ahead, full speed ahead with, even Republicans love this speech, and there's a wide public, it's a public, social mandate for the Biden regime, for the Biden administration, and we're gonna, people said it was strong, and then other people said it was weak, and I just assumed that it was rambling and boring because Joe Biden's brain is pudding. Now, what do we actually make of all this? This is like where the actual like rubber meets the road, so to speak. We are meant to believe, okay, that Joe Biden is widely popular. I don't believe that. That he has a mandate from the people because of the popular vote outcome of the last election, which was totally legitimate and there's no shenanigans going on, and if you say so, then your videos get demonetized on YouTube and blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I'm going to say there were shenanigans, and one of the reasons why there were shenanigans, why I would say that, is because of the way I'm being force-fed this nonsense. The Joe Biden, all of the Biden White House videos, like on YouTube, get wildly low views. Nobody's watching this, okay? Nobody's watching his speeches. Just like last night, the ratings are just through the floor. No one cares about what this guy's saying, but it's partially because of the way the media have framed this entire administration since the election. And I know how this sounds. You're like, wow, Kyle, you're going full QAnon? No, I'm saying the media have been misframing and misaligning us with reality this whole time. They do this with polling results, public opinion, even social media, they're like, well, look at this person. They have 500,000 followers. Their opinion must mean something. And then they post some garbage nonsense, and they get like 5 likes. I can make a meme and get 500 likes, just as this me, as a jackass who yells at the camera. Well, I guess I'm yelling at a shotgun mic. You would know that if you were a long-time listener. But no, there's something, it's really pernicious. It's pernicious? Is that the right word? It's nefarious. We're being manipulated at a mass scale to believe that, like, again, that, like, oh, the people really like Joe Biden. Oh, he's so presidential. And, you know, yesterday's video, they're talking about criminalizing menthol cigarettes, which are, and somebody had posted some numbers, I might have been Redheaded Libertarian posted some numbers about, like, the rate of consumption of, you know, menthols in the black community is, like, radically higher than every other demo. They're talking about criminalizing black people who like to smoke menthols. And I'm trying to, one of my Twitter friends, I think it was Spread, was saying, the Democrats, the libs, are trolling us with this stuff. And it's frightening to think of, but follow me here. He might be right in that they're doing stuff that's obviously insane, or messaging things that are obviously insane in order to solicit a correct response, which is, that's insane. What are you doing? But then they actually do something else. So then all the outrage is just considered outrage. Well, they were outraged about nothing. They were outraged about Dr. Seuss and menthol cigarettes. But that's them and the media creating these false narratives that are they're hollow. They're hollow narratives. Oh, the Biden administration wants to outlaw menthol cigarettes. Okay, here's all the reasons why that's stupid. Okay, thanks for spending a day talking about that instead of talking about how, you know, Joe Biden's brain is pudding, or Kamala Harris is an awful person, or, you know, it's look, when we're talking about the Game of Thrones, okay, and not the show and not the books, I'm talking about the real world game of, nice rig, dude. That's actually a nice old rig. It might look like an old beat down truck to you, but that had a camper shell on it. Dang. A powerful rig. Anyways, when we're talking about the Game of Thrones, again, I've said this ad nauseum, what is not on the table? So if you find yourself not understanding, like, why the world is the way that it is, or like, why is this so wacky and weird and strange, and why doesn't any of this make sense? Well, it's because you're playing a game and you don't understand the rules. And if you find yourself giving people money, following them on social media, for example, repeating things that they are saying, you're playing their game. Their game is bigger than your game, right? And this can drive you insane because this is lions and gazelles on the savannah. This is hyenas following the lions and the gazelles on the savannah. This is hunters following the lions and the hyenas on the savannah. This is the guy selling the guns following the hunters on the savannah, following the lions. Are you starting to get what I'm saying here? So I think this is game theory is the idea, right? Is that there are rules to reality. Within this reality, we establish patterns of behavior, like, say, a basketball game. And then we impose rules. Basketball is not rugby, although I'm not opposed to a fusion of basketball and rugby. Might be fun. see a little more of the red stuff from time to time. But you're playing a game, and the game has rules. Now, it's not a game in the sense that there's no real world consequences and that you can't get, literally dead from getting, from executing a maneuver wrong. But in the Game of Thrones, there's mass public manipulation. It's a thing. The leader issues a decree. The decree goes out. It gets a certain number of adherents. Then there's the response to the people who are adhering. And then there's a response to the people who are responding to the adhering. And this is where black markets come from. Within the game, there are exploits to the game, especially when humans are involved, because humans are always the weakest link in any security system, cybersecurity, etc. The humans are emotional, limbic, manipulated creatures. In fact, we're used to being manipulated. We think of it as normal to be manipulated. But so then inject yourself into, the modern American discourse, for example. The politics of the day, the makeup of the House, the Senate, the, executive branch, Supreme Court, all of that, the minutia of our government, and then the power that apparatus wields over us. And you find yourself in a game. The Federal Reserve, fractional reserve banking, currency manipulation, crypto, foreign policy stuff, quote-unquote allies, doing shenanigans around the world, and then we have to, carry water for them, they sometimes carry water for us, and then in the midst of all this, you're supposed to be able to get a job, build a career, buy a house, so that you don't have to rent from someone else, and have to be forced out when they sell it to someone else, a house, a home, where you then basically get married, have kids, raise them to help take care of you in your old age and carry on the traditions that you want them to carry on. Now we're just adding games on top of games on top of games. Go, Tesla! Oh my God, you people are, you just went up another bracket in my I hate you as drivers club. Isn't a robot driving right now? Get Elon on the line. I want answers, damn it. Oh, Tesla drivers, you're making my pimp hand twitch, I'm telling you. You're getting up to like BMW driver levels, and I don't know, I need to, okay, I'll calm down. It's not this person's fault. They don't know how to drive. They happen to get in front of me, and I do. And yeah, okay. Oh, great. Yeah, change lanes and get in front of me. That's wonderful. Oh God, you gotta go where I'm going. Okay, that's fantastic. Don't dox this person or anything. It's not their fault that they're an imbecile. And you managed to leave your turn signal on, even though a robot's driving. That's just fantastic. Okay. What was I talking about? Game theory and getting caught up in a bigger game? Okay, let's deconstruct this Tesla in front of me. We are caught up, there you go. We are caught up in Elon Musk's game that he is playing on the rest of us. This Tesla exists because Elon Musk managed to figure out how to play the game of chemistry, physics, electrical engineering, just straight up engineering, as in designing a vehicle. The shape of the windshields and side windows, mirrors, glassworks, smelting, electronics, all of these different aspects of reality, physical reality, material sciences, all of this stuff, sensors, cameras, software, algorithms that analyze the real world and then implement it at a scale, at scale. Like, there are thousands and thousands of this vehicle like that's in front of me being okay, you're not going left? Okay. That are being produced. And he managed to figure out how to play a game of reality, marketing, mass production, consumer appeal, right? Like, it's not just that people are told, they're commanded to buy Teslas. I hear nothing but good things about Teslas. Occasionally there's a news story, one of them ran over a deer or something, and it's a big deal. No, they're apparently radically popular vehicles. They're wild. Like, I want to drive one. They are, he cracked the code of, here's how to make a new paradigm of a vehicle by playing a game. That game includes going head-to-head with internal combustion vehicle producers, social media that want people to fail because they're haters, people who hate him just because he's a white South African, people who they don't like him because he went on Rogan's show and took a hit off a joint. It's just, we're caught up in games within games. It's wheels within wheels, and the greatest game is God, okay? It's planets, galaxies spinning, gravity, light, heat, magnetism, like the weak force, the strong force. It's the nature of reality itself. That's the biggest game. Then you have your local city council politics where people make up lies about each other, and that's the game of local politics. Then you have national politics where people make up lies and the media spins stuff 24/7 trying to make money by telling you lies that gets your attention, that gets you to then buy, sleeping pills and anti-anxiety medications, because again, you're caught up in a bigger game than you realize. And there's sort of no end to it until you become God. If you were God, you would be able to look down and see all of these games being played, but you're not, and you can't be. Fundamentally, you cannot be, have the God view of reality. So, you're playing the game that's in front of you. I am stuck in traffic. I could go to that lane, and maybe I can get ahead of all these people, but I don't know that. So I have to start making choices within the game I'm in. I don't have a helicopter to fly over all of this and go wherever I want to go. Although, I think it might actually... Yep. See, I made the right choice. I went around that traffic because I know the game of traffic. Not just because I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto, but because I've been driving since I was like 15 years old. Yeah, I don't know. Is that just a complete ramble? No, we started out with the Biden thing. They're trying to tell us, oh yeah, people like Biden. I don't think they do. They're trying to say, oh, look at this acceptance of Biden and this administration and this regime and this policy. I disagree. I don't think people actually even agree. But the media will tell us that people agree in order to get us to think that this is all normal and fine. Because again, that's the game of that's the game the media is playing in their part in, like, the American empire, the American paradigm. Like, it's fascinating when you can stand outside of it and look at it. Maybe you think I'm crazy. Maybe you think I'm wrong. Maybe you think that I'm right. Let me know in the comments, man. Hit up my fucking... Oopsies. Hit up my, funding, and hit up my Redbubble store. Buy a mug, man. Come on. I'm trying to entertain you people. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.